guys, this is Chauncey from Session Stories, and today we're joined by Ralph Castelli, an artist known for blending introspective songwriting with a wide range of sonic influences. His 2025 album, Hope Alaska, leaned into reflection, environment, and change. And with this year's new single, Spinning Rooms and Right Hand to God, we're hearing him step into something more experimental, glitchy, and trip-hop inspired, and we're super stoked to have him here. So welcome.
Hey, thank you. That was cool. You listened to Hope Alaska too? That's sick.
Yeah. Well, I've actually listened to all your stuff, but I always like to go back before the interviews. But yeah. So I was listening to Spinning Rooms and then Right Hand to God, and it does feel like a shift into something a bit more, like I mentioned, kind of like experimental, glitchy trip hop compared to like the warmth of like Hope Alaska. So
Yeah.
what pulled you in that direction sonically?
I think initially, if I were to go way back, my first EP was 3 songs of like very indie sounding. Pretty quickly, I got into like twee but electronic, more like Postal Service inspired, which I would say like probably Morning Sex and Rare and those types of songs kind of have like, they're all electronic instrument.
Yeah.
But then, it's quite twee. So I would say I've always kind of dabbled in electronic music. I couldn't afford super expensive synths. I would use like Casio shit and like,
Yeah.
so it would kind of come out sounding, a little more twee.
Yeah.
And then as I've become more of a producer and yada yada, I've been doing it for a while. So over like fucking 8 years or 9 years, I've like acquired more synths but I still love electronic music. And then I would say Hope Alaska was more of a departure. These new singles are more just a darker version of what I was doing before. To me, this is more home based than Hope Alaska. Hope Alaska was kind of the adventure out, and I had my first kid and wanted to make something that sounded like the mountains around me here, and that electronic music wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it, and then winter hits. Everything's fucking dark and depressing, and electronic music starts banging again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was listening to the songs again, and it feels like there's like this tension almost in the newer songs. So like you've got these glitchy details, and then I don't know if I'm like just like hearing noises, but then in like your Spinning Rooms song, it's almost like there's like this alarm malfunctioning type sound that keeps like going off. So you have these like trippy sounds, but like it sits alongside this like really atmospheric and like beautiful melody as well. So
That's cool.
what are you trying to like capture with that contrast?
It's so funny that you say that, because half the time it's like a happy accident or something. Like I'll be recording on one of my synths, and because I'm using analog synths, they have a mind of their own. Like these things I can't really turn my computer, but sometimes it just takes off. Like this synth will go out of tune and shit like that. Like I have to tune it all the time, and it's so cold here that it honestly feels like it has a little mind of its own.
Yeah.
Because it's cold too, and it acts funny when it's that cold. And then I capture it somehow, and I think it's like I'll just end up keeping it because I'm either too lazy to replay it. So a lot of the like noises and whatevers are probably accidents that I decided to keep and just be confident in.
Yeah.
And sometimes I play into it, an alarm will sound sort of, and then I'll try to redo it again later. So yeah.
That's cool though, that they're happy accidents, because I mean they work. And then going back to the album that you released. So on the album, the first half feels like more tied to nature and the environment. And then there's like a second half of the album that definitely feels a bit more introspective. So do you see the record in like 2 parts while you were making it, or did that kind of just happen naturally?
You're talking about for Hope Alaska, right?
Alaska, yeah.
Honestly, I've been doing this thing in my head where it's like, I'll see it, and I hate when people are like, it's like colors or whatever, and they're like trying to be all like heady and cool.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, sometimes I do see it like that, where I'm like, these songs feel pink, and then these songs feel yellow, and I can't go from yellow to pink in my head or whatever.
Yeah.
In a track list. So sometimes it's easier for me to just be like, all right, I'll just put all these ones here and then these ones here, because I don't know why. But it's funny because the second half to me is more produced or something like that. Like the first half is more like being really stoked on chords, and then the second half is like more production tricks, like double the guitar and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think it works because the first half is definitely more visual. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about the different seasons and there's like the depression with winter and then spring. So I think it makes
Yeah.
sense. The first half is a bit more, like you said, happy with the chords, and then more of the
Yeah.
production second half. But yeah. And then I think it's Iris and I, like it feels really grounded, but then you have songs like Wasted My High and
Oh,
Weeding My Weight Down, and that feels like things are like unraveling a bit. So
yeah.
those written at different points, or were both of those written kind of like in the same headspace at once?
That's so funny that you bring out those 3 songs. And you're talking about the songwriting, right? Like the lyrics?
Yeah, because you have one that feels like really grounded and like, about love, and then the other ones are like, there's
Yeah, like I was going through it. Yeah, I know. It's like it's tricky because when I had my daughter Iris, I would just be like, I'm not gonna deal with like addiction anymore. Like it's all just gonna like go out the window. Like now I'm a dad and I'm gonna be like grounded and smart all the time. But like the reality is I was hit with it probably the hardest because we were alone in Hope, which is like, I mean, there's fucking 50 people there in the winter
yeah,
and no grocery store, no gas station, and a 2-hour drive to like see, a grocery store. So I was just like going through it because I wanted to like, fucking smarten up. When I had my daughter, I was trying to wean off this shit called kratom. Have you heard of that shit?
no,
It's terrible. Basically, it's legal, but it should be illegal. It's illegal in a bunch of different countries, but
it's not
I
like,
don't know.
is it?
It's not like what?
Not like Flocka, is it?
It's kind of like gas station. I mean, the trope is that it's like gas station heroin. It's like it's a tea, like kava or something,
Oh, okay, yeah.
but it's like a dopamine booster, and people get so addicted to this shit
Yeah,
and like go to rehab for it. 6 years. I took it, 6 to 7 times a day for 6 years.
Yeah.
And it was fucking me up. That's what those songs are. Wasted My High is me in my head about it because I would, take it every 2 hours when I was weaning down off of it. And in this like freezing cold cabin,
yeah.
I was having this like crazy manic feeling. And that song has that like kind of wide-eyed country
It does.
bullshit.
It's such a
That-
contrast to the words because the words are like so heavy, but the melody is like this do-si-do, like round and round.
Mhm. And I hate that. Like, I never listen to, like, honestly, country's kind of the last genre that I have, like, dipped in or, like, understood because I'm so northerner, like, in Alaska.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand the South vibe. But, like, that was so funny to me to be, like, such a wide-eyed fucking, I'm weaning off some shit right now, but I'm in this fucking cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I really, really, really love the message for like Out of Tune. I think you like touch on the idea of like the more you learn, the harder it can like be to feel something, like honestly. So I'm just like curious, do you think growing up naturally takes something like away from us, or does it just change how you or like we experience things? What do you think?
It definitely tries to take from me as I get older. I mean, just if you just think about like naturally, your body is kind of diminishing over time. Or, I mean, we're not like on our demise yet, but like it's kind of how everything goes. And you're reminded of it in Alaska. Like, wow, like all this shit around me is kind of either being born or dying. And I'm looking outside right now because I'm looking at like 1,000 different trees, and each one has its own little fucking either teeter or it's dying. And then so I think Out of Tune is, it was like a realization that as I'm growing taller, if I'm a tree, the canopy it's just like getting wider, and it's actually getting hard for me to like feel grounded.
Yeah. And then the album ends with 12 Feet Deep.
Yeah, I mean, Gallant.
The lyrics are a bit dark. I mean, I think someone could snowed alive in a car because of an avalanche.
Yeah.
What made that feel like the right way to kind of like close the record?
Honestly, that song was so hard to place in the record, but like I love Chris Gallant, and he came to Alaska. We had been making music for, I want to say, a couple of years, and like we had nowhere to put this music that we were making. At one point, we were going to make our own band. It didn't really fit on his record, and I didn't know what to do with my record, but that one song was like the one that I was like, we had gone out snowmobiling, or however you want to say it, and he got spooked a little bit. He was like, to me, I'm like, you know, from this shit, and I didn't
Yep.
realize like it is kind of creepy that we're like 100 miles from people, you know. So I think that inspired the when we got back, we like drank and then the song was important to me for some reason because it was sort of this inside joke of like what would happen if you know the snow did break on the mountain and buried
Yeah.
us like you were worried about the whole time. So we made that song more of like a writing exercise. I don't know if it was a very good bookend to the album, but whatever.
I feel like it's kind of just like a that's life. And that's how it
Yeah.
is. You win some, you lose some. That's life.
Yeah.
Across your discography, you've worked with so many different genres. Like you've blended like indie pop with elements of like hip hop and folk and electronica.
Yeah.
The sound is like always changing, which is honestly amazing because sometimes artists change their sound and they lose the essence of like who they are a bit, but yours has been consistently good and growing. So do you see those sound shifts as like intentional exploration or more of like where you were at the time?
I'm also a producer, and sometimes that gets in the way of my own music. With my music, it's like if I set an intention, usually it makes it so difficult for me for some reason. And like my life has changed so much, like from the time I made Morning Sex to now having a kid and being back in Alaska. I'm not in LA. Like for 3 years, I'm living in fucking Inglewood and then Glendale in
Yeah.
an apartment and riding my electric bike. And then the next I'm building a house in Alaska and there's no gas station for 2 hours. And my girl's pregnant and fucking like those are so different.
So yeah. Yeah.
Those experiences are so different that I can't even make a song like I used to
Yeah.
anymore because the environment is so like I'd like to say that I'm intentional about it or whatever, but I'm pretty bullied by my environment into like, I guess I'll make this shit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
And what's up next for you for 2026? So I know you've released the 2 singles. Do you have more music coming out? Are you doing shows? Any collabs?
I would love to do collabs. I will say, I mean, everyone says this about like this new music feels like the most me or whatever. I'm making it because it's fun to make. Like this electronic shit is like it's just genuinely so fun. Like when I made
Yeah.
Iris and I, it's not that that song's not fun to make. But I was like emotional, and it's a song about my daughter. So it's not very like fun in a sense. Like my friend Glaive actually, he had left. I made the song in the garage, and then he came back. I was visiting LA when I made Iris and I, and he came back, and I was just like crying, and he was like, "What happened to you, dude?" I was like, so that goes to show like how different the experience now is. Like me on a synth, like this is fucking sick.
Yeah.
Not like crying. I got a little off track, but what I was trying to say was, what's next for me is just to have more fun, and making music with friends is so fun too. But I think like I need to just like drop this project of just me having fun, and then I have had a bunch of friends reach out like because the music's more like I don't know trippy or something like that. Like I've had a lot of friends be like, "Yo, I'd love to like try that with you and
Yeah.
collaborate with you." So I think the next step probably is features and whatever. But my sole intention is to move how I've been moving. The show aspect of it, I don't know. I'm like, it's tricky because I'm only 28, but as I'm getting older, I'm like, I love going to concerts, but I got nothing to fucking prove, man. Like, I don't really want want to. I'd be super down to do like some sound bath show in the mountains with a generator and like
Be sick.
things, but like I just don't I haven't like prioritized that. So it'd be like my 8th year of playing the same venues in LA and then New York, and because I
Yeah.
don't like build it up. Like I'm not like I gotta fucking move up from the club to the whatever. And
We have cool venues here, and we have like
yeah,
outdoor type venues. It'd be nice. Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to change how instead of like a band, which I always do, I think it'd be cool to do this synth shit, you know, me and a wall of synths and like more of like a fun jam vibe.
Yeah, that would be
Um,
cool.
that type of I think I need to just recontextualize it in my head. I think Europe is Is that what you where you said?
Yeah, I'm in Berlin.
Yeah, like, electronic music just isn't alive in America like it is. You know, like,
Yeah.
here it's like the DJ scene has basically ruined in my mind like there's a guy on stage with a 303 like and the music sounds like so simple, but it's like so fun for 4 hours dancing. I mean, and obviously I'm in Alaska, so I can't really talk about fucking America. We're basically our own thing. But I was just in London actually like 2 weeks ago, and I just noticed like, man, like people will just fucking dance for 3 hours to like the most simple electronic music, and I love that.
Yeah, in
Just
Berlin, even more intense. They will dance to it for 24 hours straight and never.
yeah, yeah, look,
Yeah.
it's kinda cool, you know?
So wait, are these 2 new singles, will they appear on an EP or an album, or are they just going to stay singles?
I've got one more coming out. I actually just submitted it yesterday. Another song called Talk, and those will be the 3 singles on. I wanna call it an EP, even though, like, I was going for an album, but
Yeah,
nowadays, I'm like, I'm gonna be very concise with my, project, and I actually fucking love EPs.
yeah,
To be honest, I like EPs more than albums most of the time. Like, I wanna listen to, like, 7 songs that are, like,
perfect.
perfect, crafted,
Yeah,
gem, and, like, as a consumer, that's what I, like, get super stoked on.
yeah.
Versus the album, it gets really tricky because it's like,
Everyone has ADHD nowadays, so they need.
I think I've got it or some shit, and I've always been like that. Like, give me a 5 to 7 song project, and then move on to the next vibe and do it again with, like, 5 to 7 songs. I don't know why. I just it's all just a name thing, EP, album, what you could call it an album, but yeah, these are gonna be the 3 songs on the EP.
Sick. I'm super excited. I don't know why, but for some reason, when I heard Spitting Rooms for the first time, you know that concept of like back rooms? Like the back rooms, like with those like infinite rooms that just like go on and on and on forever that feel a bit nostalgic. For
Yeah, yeah,
some
yeah.
that song reminded me of like the back rooms. And I was like, why am I thinking of this? It's tricky. It's nice. It's cool. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the next song I have. Since you're in Berlin, you might like it. It's very I'm super into making a song that's, like, over 4 minutes and
I love it. Yeah.
making it long as fuck and, not really clear on the pop structure. Like, this next one's, like, 4 on the floor, but it is me nerding out on some synths, which is fun. That's actually been my North Star is just, like, how much of a journey can I make?
Yeah.
So the back thing, I'm glad you felt that because it's, like, it's supposed to be, like, open this door, into this door, into this door, and
Yeah.
yeah.
It was super cool. But yeah, I think those are the main questions I had for you. But are there any final words that you'd like to leave like your fans and the listeners with?
No, honestly, think, I'm just gonna make a fun, trippy vibe and put the song out and sing what I wanna sing. That's where I'm coming from, so and it seems like people are, like my fans even before Hope Alaska or whatever, they're kinda stoked that I'm back on this electronic stuff. And I forgot, like, that's such a deeply inspiring avenue of my songwriting. Me and the people that have been listening to me for a while are probably kinda stoked on this vibe that I'm on or, like, this path that I'm on, and I think, like, words would probably cheapen it. It's almost like, let's just not say it out loud because we're all excited that I'm back doing synth shit. I'm excited, and at least, like, me and my close friends, we're all kinda feeling like this, like, "This is fun, isn't it?"
Yeah.
Feeling like I